with me today, I've got a New York Film Academy graduate with me in the studios. His name is Ibukun Williams. And today we're reviewing the movie Gone Too Far. Ibukun, welcome to the studio. It's really nice to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So we're reviewing the movie Gone Too Far today, and I'm just going to delve straight into the matter of today. I know that you're a bad guy. I mean, New York Film Academy. I mean, you're going to learn some stunts in there. All right. So the movie. What did you think about the cinematography?
Well, as regards the cinematography and the camera work and everything in that area, I think for the movie it was really good. I think they had good environment and good raw material to work with because of the fact that they shot abroad and the beautiful sceneries, locations, and all that kind of stuff. So which kind of made it really cool. The picture was good. It looked high quality, clean, crisp. Not too dark shadows and all that kind of stuff. So, and even their shots, the different shots they put together to composite it together to make up the movie. I think it was great.
So, are you saying that was because it was shot abroad or because the movie just had good cinematography?
Well, I think it had good cinematography. Whoever was the cinematographer actually did a good job. But to an extent also because of the weather and the very long technicalities, the angle of the sun and all that kind of stuff. Where they are, the location also, has a beneficial factor to actually making the picture look really good.
Okay, so I know you talked a little bit about it, but what did you think about the lighting of the movie?
Well, as regards the lighting, from what I noticed, most of the movie was shot outdoors, so to an extent there was a lot of natural light involved, which I also said, the environment where they were actually helped them because you have a longer blue hour in longer time where the sun is actually a little bit calm on the horizon, so which gives like a very good ambient light and all that kind of stuff. So generally it was natural lights for most of all the outdoor scenes that I noticed that I could see, which made it very beautiful. The natural lights affects the skin. And the indoors, it was really I loved some of the indoor scenes, the part where the girl and one of the girls and her friend were in the restaurant.
Yes.
And the lighting in that scene was really good. It almost looked like an advertisement scene, kind of. So if you could pick that picture out, it looked like an advertisement or a music video or something like that. But I really liked the lighting generally as a whole.
Okay. And what about the soundtrack? What did you think about the sound of the movie, the soundtrack, the music selection? What did you think about?
Well, as regards the sound, for movies generally, you have to be original. You have to create your own sound and all that kind of stuff. So, as regards that, I heard some of. I liked some of them. Some of them were not. They're just they're not too really deep and all that kind of stuff. But generally, I think it was good. I think it was off the norm of general Nigerian films where the soundtrack basically tells you the whole story of the movie. But this soundtrack, thankfully, did not tell us what will happen in the end. Just generally, giving us a basic idea of what it was all about.
I think the entire crew of this movie were foreigners. I think they would have used a bit of what we're used to in Nigerian industry, don't you think?
But because of what the story is about. The story is about
somebody who travels from Nigeria,
who meets his own family who's been there. So definitely they have to use somebody who can speak an accent to make it believable. So is there any Nigerian who can actually act and speak a British accent properly? So definitely they have to use an international person for that kind of casting. So depending on the story, really, I really don't see why we should say, okay, we have to use a lot of Nigerians or less Nigerians or whatever. So far, the character portrays the part and makes it believable. I can refer that to so there was Will Smith acting the concussion, and they said he wasn't speaking the Nigerian accent properly, and I was like, okay, they said he should have come to Nigeria and blah blah blah. Nigerians getting angry and all that kind of stuff, and I went to do a little research and I found out that the guy is even trying to portray the Nigerian guy who is trying to portray doesn't even have a Nigerian accent. So as far as I'm concerned, Will Smith did that movie extremely well because the guy who is even trying to portray doesn't even have a Nigerian accent. So sometimes we kind of have to do our research well before we actually judge and critique people.
Sure. Okay. And for the choice of location, what did you think about that, the set?
Well, for the location, I noticed that they kind of just used a particular neighborhood.
Yes.
Everything happened in one small, tiny place. In the streets, you walk, you're meeting the girl again, you walk around, you still meet her again, the same day. Sure. I almost felt like, is it like everybody doesn't have any work to do, that everybody just outside throughout the movie, nobody's going to their homes and all that kind of thing, because he meets the girl, they talk for a while, his mom came to take him away, go home, go out, go and buy okra and blah blah blah. And you go out, you go to the shop, you still meet the girl there. You're walking by the street, you're meeting this guy. So like everything happened in a small neighborhood, basically. Yeah. So I think probably based on costs and logistics for the movie, maybe that's why that happened in that area. I would have loved to see more of town. I would have loved to see more estabs, you know, of the city, and see the guy who's just coming from Nigeria experience London in a different way.
True. Okay, and then the plot of the movie. What did you think about that?
Well, unlike most Nigerian films, I like the fact that this movie was actually really fast-paced. It was like everything was happening. It was full. It wasn't empty, in the sense that, you know, sometimes you see a movie and you get bored, or you see some blank spaces. Like, okay, for example, say man leaves office and is going to his house, then they show you driving all the way and get home, then knock, then Megado come and open the gate, and you know, those empty spaces basically just to fill in time. This movie actually did not have empty spaces. Everything was full. There was something in every single scene, you know, in that, and that's what I love about the story. However, what I didn't really like about the story was, it was like most Nigerian folk tales where the lesson of the movie is obvious, or the lesson of the story is obvious, you know. So generally when we watch dramas in Nigeria, or theater, you know, dramas and all that kind of stuff, or movies generally, if the lesson is probably has to do with something with HIV and AIDS and using a condom and blah blah blah, the lesson will actually be too obvious. In the end, everybody's saying, oh, let's not do this, let's use a condom, blah 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 blah, you know. So in the movie too, it was always talking about we are the same thing, we are united, we are all Africans and blah blah blah. At some point, you see, OCKJ started, when they got into a fight towards the end, OCKJ started talking about, okay, we are friends, we are the same, you are black and black, blah blah. You know, give me something to think about. You know, give me the lesson subtly. You know, you don't have to make it too obvious, and that's what we do most of the time in Nigerian stories.
They gave away the end point of the movie too quickly.
No, they made it too obvious. Really, it was too obvious in the story. You know, it was almost like saying, "So, hello viewers, this is finally the essence of the movie. We are Nigerians, we are Africans, we are the same and blah." It was almost too obvious.
I mean, at every point in the movie, they kept dropping hints and hints about the same thing.
Yeah, they kept on dropping hints. When they're arguing, you say, "No, I'm proud to be African. You know, I'm proud to be Jamaican. You know that I'm proud to be," and then that fine. We understand that's what you're trying to say, but you don't have to make it too obvious. That's my opinion. So
in general, based on the point where Nigerian movie industry is right now, what would you rate the movie? Would you rate it good, very good, bad, very bad, or awesome?
Well, on the international scene, the movie compared to the international scene, I'll just give it average. You know, let's say just averagely there.
So it's bordering on good and kind of not okay.
And okay, it's just there. But as compared to Nigerian movie industry, with the level we developed, you know, presently, I think it's a good movie. Unlike most Nigerian movies that we see, I think it's a good progress to our, you know, film industry in Nigeria here, and it's a step forward. You know, it's beyond all the normal movies we see. So I'd say it's good.
Okay. Yeah. All right, Ibukun, thank you very much for coming on the show. I look forward to seeing something that you put out there very soon.
Oh yeah, hopefully, definitely.
All right, thank you very much.